clumsy right hand. We have just received breaking news that Man United, on the back of their treble-winning season, have been found to be in breach of UEFA's FFP financial fair play rules. Breaking from UEFA and FIFA is that the club has been handed a £500 million fine and will likely need to sell off a number of assets to clear this debt. There appears to be a link between CEO Ed Woodward and the super agent Mino Raiola, accounting to back payments for a number of the Man United deals which took place over the past 2 seasons, including those for star signings Paulo Dybala, Alan Saint-Maximin, and of course former Red that went down in history, Jack Grealish, who is currently at Juventus. All these transfers, and reportedly many more, have been investigated by the UEFA ethics team and have been found to be in violation of a number of FIFA's bylaws. The aftermath of this is that Man United will likely find themselves in a large amount of debt to pay, and the large UEFA fine will force them to sell players and make up the difference in capital to keep the club afloat. We'll be back with more information as soon as possible. Further breaking news from Old Trafford, where Man United have been fined £500 million by UEFA for breaking FFP rules. It appears that a deal has been struck with the club to allow Man United to remain in the prestigious Champions League competition, with heads rolling at boardroom level for the Salford-based club. The new owners, a fan-led consortium led by die-hard fan Usain Bolt, has already said the club will only have limited funds in the transfer market. The finances raised through player sales will be used to clear the club's debt. Mr Bolt has also commented to say the new transfer policy of the club will be to sign up-and-coming young players rather than those that have big reputations, big names and therefore big paychecks. Whilst the news of Ed Woodward losing the job will be greeted with joy, it's a troubling time for all United fans who have known nothing but success under current manager Cultured Left Foot. A number of players have been sold by Man United, and we've been told that after a few incoming signings there is approximately £35 million in the bank for further incoming players. No player sale will hurt more than that of club favourites Paulo Dybala and Alexander Mitrovic, both moving to Man United rival teams. Dybala, held in high regard by Man United fans, have completely severed ties with the red side of Manchester by moving to arch City rivals Man City. Alexander Mitrovic, on the other hand, moves down to London to play for Arsenal, hoping to fire the Gunners back into a Champions League bid. Other first-team players to leave the club include David De Gea, Harry Maguire, Jonathan Tah, Eric Bailly, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Bruno Fernandes, Anthony Martial and many, many more as Man United look to clear the debt enforced on them by UEFA and FIFA. So there we go then, you've seen the breaking news. FFP has destroyed Man United Football Club, and it is now very, very difficult to get back to where we were. Lots of deals happening. See there, Dybala, Bentancur gone. Lots of players gone. It leaves us with a starting 11 looking like this. Greenwood and Rashford up front. We've changed to a 4-4-2 to suit the players we've got. Henderson is our new starting goalkeeper with McCarthy as the backup. Lindelof and Tuanzebe stay at the back, so that's a new centre-back partnership. Quite a downgrade from Maguire and Jonathan Tah. Reece James is still at the club. He stays on at right back, and Rossi comes in as our starting left back at the moment. Chong on the left, McTominay and new signing Ferguson on the right side of central midfield. We had to get a young player in. He's 21. He was recommended on stream and he comes in. So hopefully he can do a good job. High. Both on high highs in there. So fitness could be an issue. Michael's at right midfield. Comes in as well. 18 years old. Really good potential. Really good skill modes. 3-star weak foot. And it's the first time ever we're having a left foot on the left and a right foot on the right. And then, as we said, Rashford and Greenwood up front. The rest of the squad is thin and the bench is really diabolical. McCarthy, Alexander, Cardoso, Ayala, Robinson, Burns and Cox. So, main thing for this first episode, I need your recommendations down below of who we can sign. As you can see, we have £35 million left. We've paid off the debt that was needed. Ignore the profit. I can't change that with the editor. But £35 million left in the transfer budget. Who do we want to go and buy? We are thin all over. So recommended players are welcome. They have to be between the ages of 16 and probably about 21 to fit Usain Bolt's new strategy of signing young players. We do have a few players on the transfer hub already, which is the likes of Gomez and Gravenberch. We'll go back in for Gravenberch because his release fee is just so cheap. So that's what we're going to go back in for. Before I messed up the wages, but he is the sort of young player we'll be looking to bring in. And Gomez, I'm just looking to see how much it would cost us to bring Angel Gomez back to the club from Norwich. But that is the intro to Season 3 in the Man United FIFA Career Mode. If you're excited, please do leave a like. If you're excited to see what we can do with this, it will be very, very good. If you're new, please subscribe. And there is a new stream episode or new stream series starting on the channel where we are rebuilding Bury. We're putting Bury back in League 2. They've got a dreadful squad. A dreadful bunch of players, but that is what we're going to try and do. So, today's game will be... We'll do the full game for this one, Man United v Man City. Moving forward, though, there will be a couple of games, all with highlights rather than the full game. So, let's get into the press conference first, and we'll see if we can do that. But the main thing for today's episode is for you guys to leave your... it'll be good for the team. Get your comments down below of young players that we should go and sign. We'll do all we can to win. Obviously, Man City signing Dybala, as was announced on the news by clumsy right hand. Hopefully you got that. After a good performance into how things go, we play as we always do. We'll handle their... Who handles their emotion wins. We aren't tired of winning. Let's go for that. Well, you can see team morale's not the best. It's been gutted. No St Maximin. No Dan James. No Harry Maguire. Rashford continues as captain. We got to see how Rashford and Martial do in this 4-4-2, starting up front together. Let's go and find out. We've still got the Vodafone kit. They haven't given up the sponsorship yet. But obviously, coming into this game, it's massively going to favour Man City going into it. We're going to play this team. Henderson, James, Lindelof, Tuanzebe, Rossi, Michaels, Ferguson, McTominay, Chong, Rashford, Greenwood, with a very, very weak bench. So it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be very, very hard to get through it. But it is the start of Season 3, and this is what happens when you break FFP rules. As well, Lindelof makes a great tackle there on Raheem Sterling. But we've got to get into it. And here we go. So at Wembley for the Charity Shield, Man United versus Man City. It's going to be intense. It's a big rivalry. Dybala's made the change from one team to the other. Is he in the starting lineup though? De Bruyne leads the team out. A much changed Man United team. This is a big, big test for them. You can still see there De Bruyne, Ederson, João Cancelo. It's a very, very good Man City team for the Charity Shield, and it's about to get underway as we just look at Wembley looking brilliant in all its glory, to be honest. Quite the atmosphere here. Half blue, half red. Red v blue, United v City, and that is a big, big change for the United lineup. Dean Henderson becomes number 1. Let me know as well down below what shirt numbers people you think should get. What should we give shirt numbers wise in terms of this? Chong takes on the number 7. How do we feel about that? Rashford number 10 still. Henderson number 45 as the first choice goalkeeper may need to change. But it's very, very interesting. Doesn't look like Dybala is in the starting lineup yet. There's Aguero starting, Saul, Rodrigo, Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling. But there's Dean Henderson giving a one last pep talk for this game. And his debut is Ferguson, signed from Aberdeen, the Scottish international, for 4.75 million. Let's see how this Man United team get on. And obviously just have a quick check of the... No Dybala starting for them. Interesting. I'm sure he'll come off the bench. But let's get into the game then. And it's Marcus Rashford to get us underway. And it's an early touch on the ball for Ferguson. And obviously Ferguson's have a big, long tradition at the red side of Manchester. It'll be interesting to see how this 4-4-2 unlocks. I'm a little bit sceptical. I thought this would be a good challenge to do. I'm very excited about your thoughts on it. What does everyone think? Is it going to be good? We've given that away straight away. And now we are going to be lacking a lot of the pace we had before. And Ferguson is first asked to go and defend. Sterling puts that into the back post, but Rossi's there. Flicked away. Can we counter? Up it goes. Obviously Greenwood and Rashford. We know they have talent, and he's won a free kick. And there it is. Transfer confirmed. £145 million gone to pay off the debt or the fine that UEFA and FIFA put on us. But it was my favourite player Paulo Dybala, but we have got a chance here. Greenwood looks to flick it into McTominay, but can't get round Laporte. Tuanzebe, Lindelof, who was rumoured to be moving to Barcelona, but the move fell through as we paid off the debt, so we could afford to keep him. Same with McTominay, who was meant to move to Spurs, but we cancelled the deal and gave him a new contract at the club to keep him here because we had paid off the debt we needed to. As in he goes, and here is Ferguson coming forward. He's got McTominay square and uses him. McTominay into Rashford. Rashford shoots, and it's 1-0 if he stayed onside, and I think he has. And 8 minutes into the game, Marcus Rashford has scored for Man United. A really well worked move. Ferguson into McTominay. McTominay used Greenwood as a dummy. Rashford, who was kept onside by the left back Tagliafico, and Rashford, left-footed first time, took Ederson by surprise, and it's 1-0 with Marcus Rashford scoring the first goal of this new era for Man United, and that is going to hurt Man City for sure as they look to get the game back underway here at Wembley. De Bruyne out to Sterling. He'll be happy not to be facing Aaron Wan-Bissaka anymore when he plays Man United. To Saul. Goes over the top, and the youngster Rossi's been asked to defend. Does it well, but it's going to be a corner to Man City as he can't stop the last touch coming off him. Kevin De Bruyne to swing the corner in. Get it away. Well, what a hit. Good save from Henderson, but he spilt it. And it's not the most sure-footed of clearances. It goes back in on the volley, and Henderson touches it over the bar. Oh, that was a bit dodgy goalkeeping there. It came in. It was a good hit from Saul. And he hit it into the ground, and Henderson managed to get back just in time to confirm it over the bar. Oh, 1-0, 12 minutes gone. Ball in. Henderson comes a long way, gets a fist to it, and it's kept in play. It's tucked around the corner. Sterling's in, and Sterling scores, and it's 1-1. And the new look Man United couldn't hold out. Raheem Sterling gets a goal. It was very well worked by City here. Lovely flick through from Aguero, and Henderson from that range can't do anything about that as the game gets back underway. 1-1 at Wembley, a very entertaining game so far. And what can we do? Ferguson into McTominay. We need to keep the ball. We need to try and move Man City around. McTominay into Greenwood, but can't get there. So yeah, I think we definitely need a new backup, or a young striker. And you've got to remember, we're 3 seasons into the game, so we will be going through scouts. I'm obviously keen as well to look at the regen players of famous people. So I think I've found Zlatan Ibrahimovic's regen, and we're scouting him at the moment. So people like that we'll definitely look to bring in. Cristiano Ronaldo hasn't yet retired. I did have a look, but he hasn't retired yet. Greenwood into Rashford. Rashford tried to feed it through to McTominay, but it's cleared. And Man City deadly on the break as they look in there towards Raheem, but Reece James covers well, so he keeps his place at the club. No need to sell him. And here is the new boy Ferguson. Oh, he's battered his way through. Ferguson gets a shot off, not the best shot. Saved by Ederson. And 20 minutes in, 1-1. Get your head on that. Greenwood's in a bit of space. Rossi tries to put the cross in, gets it back after the deflection, and that's a poor pass. Definitely looking for a left back as well. If you know of any good young left backs, Chilwell was absolutely immense for the season and a half that we had him. Absolutely immense, crucial to us winning the treble, and losing him is going to be absolutely massive. Obviously, we've lost Chilwell, Brandon Williams, and Luke Shaw all in the same transfer window to pay those debts. The two biggest signings were sales. Dybala, as we saw, for 100 and something million, and the second biggest was actually Bentancur for 50 million. Or what's he given there? Offside? I think it's offside, yeah. For 50 million, so we didn't get too many huge sales as this goes through. Ferguson, Rashford, giving it away. Obviously, Tuanzebe's got to step up as well. Trying to take over from Maguire and Jonathan Tah. Good ball through. Aguero looks to turn into De Bruyne. Henderson with the save. Touches it past the post. Half an hour gone. Pep looking like Pep. not happy with this game as Michaels has to go and close the short corner. Does, gets his body in the way. De Bruyne lets it run out for a throw. The problem we've got is fitness. The problem we've got is fitness. We cannot afford to let people get too tired because our bench is so weak. But Greenwood could be in here. He's got the pace. Go on, Mason, you're in. Just before half time. Mason Greenwood. Oh, what a save from Ederson. What a save from Ederson there. We're still in our suit. It is a cup final, I guess, so that's alright. But Greenwood, I've got such an itchy nose. Corner. Comes in. Scott McTominay's there. He's over the bar. McTominay's got to do better there. He's got to do better. It goes over the bar. Ederson was beaten. But it's a good little response here from Man United. It's played short. We'll put into Tagliafico. De Bruyne, Tagliafico again. Aguero. Oh, he gets around his man really easily. Steve, I've got Lindelof on that yellow card. Need to be careful. It's through to Aguero and Dean Henderson with a great save. He's doing well, the new number 1. De Gea moving to Real Madrid. De Gea moved to, actually. So going against his Atletico roots. But that's a good cutback. Henderson's there. And there is a counter-attack on here if we can work this with Chong. Trying to just dink it out to this side. Reece James. Rashford into Greenwood. It's worked well. Trying to just tease away from Laporte. Ah, he's done well, the defender. Rossi, McTominay, back to Rossi. Chong, infield to McTominay again. Good move this. Rashford shoots and Ederson makes the save. It's cleared away and Aguero will knock it back. Kevin De Bruyne. And it already proves, if you think about how we pretty much walked the league last season, a 1-1 against Man City in the first game of the season when everybody's fully fit, shows how much of a challenge this is going to be as Sterling tries to lay it back and it's 2-1 and Aguero doesn't miss from 6 yards. He does not miss from 6 yards. Raheem Sterling did really well to hold off Reece James, flicked it inside and Aguero with a great run across the front of Lindelof makes it 2-1 Man City. And wow, it's not going Man United's way at the moment. Kevin De Bruyne. Raheem Sterling for the team in blue. Reece James makes a good tackle and then gives the ball away with a sloppy pass. Does sort of win it back but gives it away again. De Bruyne playing it around well. Aguero has been the difference so far. It's going to be tough. That 35 million we've got, well, it's 35 million and then any other money we make from prize money, future player sales and stuff like that. But it's going to be very tough. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Next fixture is Newcastle in the Premier League as we get in towards half-time. Now, we can go back to the 4-3-3 if we want to. It is obviously my favoured formation on FIFA. Oh, McTominay, it's a terrible pass. Terrible pass. Half-time, 2-1 down. 2-1 down then. 5 shots for us, 7 for them. I'd probably say Dean Henderson's been our best player so far. Marcus Rashford on a 7.9. Henderson 6.9. So at half time it's looking a little bit bleak. I'm just wondering if we can get one of Ferguson or McTominay to be a bit more attacking. But, you know, they're all going to improve. They're going to get better. This is a rebuilding season. So let's see how we do in the second half. No subs for either team. Man City lead 2-1. Definitely missing the strike force of Martial. The pace of St Maximin. The pace of Dan James. Because Chong isn't offering too much on this left-hand side. He's had a lot of trouble breaking into the team, to be honest, Chong. But right now he seems himself in the famous number 7 for Man United. So he's going to have to up his performances, to be honest. Greenwood gives it in to Chong. Not too many options. Goes back towards McTominay. Ferguson. Into Michaels. Sees Greenwood on the edge. Oh, tackled easily by Laporte though. Couldn't do too much with that, and Man City look to throw men forward on the counter. And they may have worked this quite well. Sterling. Down he goes, Sterling in behind Reece James again. Tuanzebe's got to come across. And Tuanzebe does really well to defend that, but it's a terrible pass out again. Just putting his team back under pressure and in trouble. Makes it through. Aguero with a shot. Dean Henderson with a save. And it's another corner. De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva. Looks to jink away from Michaels. Back to De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva again. They've worked this well. Good tackle from Rossi. And it's an attempted overhead kick. And it comes out. Loose ball. It's bouncing around. And Chong gets there first. Up towards Greenwood. Oh, the back heel. Not there, Mason. Played through. Sterling holds it up. Tuanzebe does well, but loses the ball in the area. Lindelof. It's a bit of a mess back there. And I think we're going to go. We are going to change and go to the 4-3-3. Doesn't really suit the players we've got, but we're going to give it a go. So Rashford on the left, Greenwood up front. Chong was going to come off, I think. We're going to take Chong off and bring on Burnsy, and then we'll do there, and we'll just get all this instructions set up. Stay forward, running behind, go forward, and get into the box for crosses. So Burnsy, another youngster, been with us for the whole career, I think. I think he was signed from the youth academy in the first season, as Saul is replaced by Luka Modric, who is still around, and Chong goes off. Disappointing game from Chong. I expected so much more. But we do go back to the more familiar 4-3-3. Rashford playing out on that left-hand side where he was so good for 2 seasons. That's got to be a foul, surely. It is. Now we're gone, 2-1 down. And De Bruyne over the ball. Looks to dink that in towards the back post, and it just about misses everybody. I think it was Sterling went for the spectacular, but nothing came of that. Oh, it's given away to Tuanzebe. Aguero trying to trick his way past Lindelof, but he just stands his ground. Well done, Reece James, and it goes. Burnsy. And already you can see the counter-attack. It's so much better in this 4-3-3. Ferguson. Greenwood. He's got Ferguson going again. Can it be a goal on his debut? No, he's right-footed. He's got a terrible weak foot. And it goes behind, very tame, as Aguero comes off to be replaced by Paulo Dybala. Comes on up front for Man City against his former club. And the first thing he does is lose out in a header to Victor Lindelof. Those two will be good friends, I'm sure. Oh, Reece James gives it away again. Not a very good performance from Reece James. Defensively he's been okay, but going forward it's been pretty poor as Tagliafico comes down the left-hand side. Got to win that. It's a good header. Can't get the second ball though. Bernardo Silva trying to trick his way through. Modric. Wealth of talent at Man City. It's amazing they haven't been done by FFP. Ball goes across. Henderson with a punch, and that'll do. Oh, that's a terrible header. What am I doing? Modric tackled well. Can we break? Ferguson trying to bring the ball away. It's a great ball out to McTominay, who's got Michaels in space on the right hand side. Oh, he just doesn't have the pace to get away from Tagliafico at the back. That's the thing. We've got to play. I've got to play more intelligently now because we don't have that pace. And you can see Man City stroking the ball around, taking advantage of the spaces we're leaving in behind now. Good stretch there. I think that was Ferguson. McTominay, Burnsy. Ah, oh, Burnsy. Dybala with a good pass up, and it's Bernardo Silva. He's got De Bruyne and Akers in the middle, and that's going to be a penalty, is it? It's not. We get away with one there. That was definitely a penalty. 100% a penalty. I don't know why the ref didn't give that. Cancelo, Modric, De Bruyne. Tries to lay it into Dybala. Good tracking back from Tuanzebe. I'm trying to pass it out of the back. What am I doing? Dybala, ball across. McTominay gets it away. Rashford. Burnsy. Greenwood, poor touch. This is the problem. I'm not confident in the defenders we've got on the bench either to make a difference. And yeah, the youngsters getting bullied off the ball now. Well done, Rossi. Oh, given away. De Bruyne, Dybala try to get it back to De Bruyne. Reece James has actually done really well there. Burnsy. Got a bit of space to run into. Burnsy. Oh, too much. But we keep going. Rashford can't get in behind. Rossi's pass wasn't good enough. 10 minutes to go. Let's get some subs lined up. Rossi off. Ayala on. And look at that. It's so poor, isn't it? Robinson on. And it'll give us a bit more of an outlet up front in that right wing position. There's Bernardo Silva's going to be in here. He's going to have pace to get away. Shot. Dean Henderson with an easy save at the end of it. And oh, that's a terrible throw out. Well done, Lindelof. Oh, terrible pass, Rashford. Well done, good tackle. Burnsy. Greenwood. Up it goes. We've got runners. We've got a runner. It's just a shame it's Scott McTominay and he's really slow. Greenwood. McTominay. Greenwood. Oh, what a save from Ederson. That's going to win Man City the game, I think. I think that's going to win them the game. We actually ended up working that quite well. But Ederson makes an outstanding save. And Man City now just holding on to the ball. Making it look easy. We haven't even got the subs on yet. No fresh legs coming on for us. It's been nearly 5 minutes, I think, since we got them on. Yeah, 9 minutes ago I went into the menu to do that. Sane on for Sterling. We get the goal kick. But have we got enough time to go and get these goals? It's a good flick. McTominay. Oh, I was waiting for the defender to come towards me and it didn't happen. He stood his ground really well. It looks like the Community Shield is going to go to Man City. And we can't carry on our trophy-laden start. Oh, it's Leroy Sané. Absolutely does me there really well. Oh, he's done me again, Leroy. Drop of the shoulder. Cuts it back. All the way back. Good tackle from Scott. And that is that. It's a 2-1 win for Man City. We don't need to watch their celebrations lifting the trophy. Not at all. But unlucky. Unlucky. We played okay. Robinson did sod all when he came on. So did Ayala. Burnsy as well. So yeah, we need some ideas in the comments below about who we are going to try and sign. As I said, youngsters between the ages of 16 and 20. So you're looking at players that are about maybe up to 21. So you're 17 and 18 year olds when you start the game. Who should we go and look? Keep it realistic. It'll boost his morale a little bit. We're a strong team. Yeah, we need to get the morale up as well. So he deserves all the praise just to get his morale up. Thanks so much for answering our question. Not taking any more questions. But there we go. That is the end of the new Man United save. The end of the first episode, sorry, of the Man United save as a standalone series now, not on the stream. So let me know what you think. Are you excited by the FFP implications and what we've got to do? And as I said, if you can think of any players to sign, I'll leave it a day or so before recording the next episode so that we can get to your ideas for transfers. But this will be continuing and we'll have to see how we get on. Thank you so much for watching. For now, I'm out. Cheers.